Hello, everyone. Welcome. Good morning, good day, good evening, or good night, whatever time of day it is for you. Happy time zone to you all. And I'm not already alone. I am not alone. People are in chat. Hello. Goraline and Jeff, and of course, the Jamie Raven are already in chat. I'm so happy about that. Yes, indeed, that is the original Daggerheart theme. Exactly what the Jamie Raven said that I'm playing at the start, which is amazing. I love that song so much. Hello, do you all have something to drink? Are you hydrated? Do you have a good start into this Monday? How are we feeling on this beautiful, sunny, and quite windy Monday, at least for us? Oh, and I think I should stop. I don't want to see my own stream. This will only prevent me from having a great streaming experience. Oh, and Nick is also here. Hello, Nick from Stealthworm Games. Hello. So nice of you to come by again to another Monday homebrew stream. Have I introduced myself? I mean, to all of those people over there, I probably don't need to introduce myself, but I like doing this. Welcome. My name is Otto the Bard. I'm one part of Bard and Raven, and the other half, as always, is standing strong in chat. It is the wonderful, the Jamie Raven. Please say hi to the Jamie Raven in chat and be nice to her, and she is nice to you. She is, once again, our moderator for this day. And also probably eagerly awaiting some polls that we can run with you all. Amazing. Goofy wave. Oh yeah, I can do this too. Amazing. What a Monday. What are you all doing? Oh, Chapo is here as well. Hello, Chapo. Oh, wait. Haha. I can make another addition to my little note sheet about news. Haha. Chapo, thank you for coming by, and thank you for reminding me of something that I wanted to spotlight. Awesome. Let's head straight into today's topics. As you know, since a couple of weeks now, we start the day, or our stream day, with a little news section. Just to see what has happened in the last week, any news, any juicy news, anything new from Bard and Raven, anything else happening that could be worth to talk about. We will start with this, and then as always after that, newsy juice, definitely. After that, we will go and quickly have a look at last week's Homebrew Challenge editions. What has been done? Spoilers! It was basically just Chapo and all of us. Which, if I say it like this, seems bad. It's only 2 editions, but there were so many people involved in that, so I'm totally not sad at all. I'm very happy about last week's outcome, seriously. But we will go there when we get there, if that makes sense. Yes. And after that, of course, we have to start another week of homebrewing, another week of the weekly homebrew challenge. And over there you can already see that, of course, we are blessed once again with a beautiful artwork by Reparatus Art. But also, we will get there when it's time. Isn't this cool that I just show here this beautiful marketplace called Heart of Daggers that you all know, but I just have to shout it out every time I use it. Beautiful marketplace for Daggerheart. I'm not going too much into detail. You all know what it's about. I just thought it would be nice to have this on stream while I just ramble away and see what is happening. Anyways, let's start the news, shall we? I have a little like a little notepad thingy here. Where do I want to start? Let's start from the bottom. And I haven't prepared this, so I have to look this up here. Chapo, let's talk about what you did. Let's start our news section, which I wrote it down. Our news section is called Quoth the Raven News. I think this name brought to you by Jeff when we had the poll a couple of weeks ago. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, Coastal Raven news. We might need a jingle or so at some point. First point. Last week there was a new publication. Was it last week? Or was it... No, I think it was last week, right? Or the week before? If it was already the week before and I haven't talked about this the last week, I'm so sorry, Chapo. But better late than never, right? Chapo the dog, our resident class and subclass specialist, who I don't know, did you ever miss any of the homebrew challenges of the weeks? I don't know. Chapo is one of our regulars, and his specialty are classes and subclasses. Life's crazy? Yes. Tell me about it. Anyways, this guy has published his first... wait, is it your first publication? I think you have... Wait, we have a second... No, wait, it's apparently the second. So you already published Homebrew class... Oh, the Necromancer you published. Ah, see? I didn't know that. I should have checked it out. Anyways, more subclasses from Chapo. This time, 9 new subclasses. For example, the Dream Origin for the Sorcerer, if you also ever wanted to dream a bit. Or the Warden of the Swarm subclass for the Druid. Like, I think most of them you created even for the Homebrew Challenge, right? And then you iterated on them and cleaned them up, polished them, and then you published them here in this beautiful supplement, which is pay what you want. And I can just highly recommend to anyone, please get this. It is so cool. You might not know that you want more subclasses, but tell me about it when you read these. You feel so inspired that you have like immediate, like for me, for example, when I read Chapo's subclasses, I immediately have like 2, 3 or even more characters in my mind that I would want to play with each subclass or even class. We will talk about another class that Chapo created for last week, which is beautiful. Anyways, I can highly recommend. Check this out. So worth your time. Yes. You can even pick it up for free. It's pay what you want. Exactly. I think the recommended price is $1, and even $1 is very cheap, because I mean you get 3 and no, not 3. Wait, am I saying it correctly? 9? 9, exactly. 9 new subclasses. Do not miss this. It's cool. All right. So this was the very first point on our news list. Amazing. Caroline, you've reached the point where you can't read any class stuff from other folks. You're too afraid of being influenced as I'm writing my own. Oh, I see. That makes sense, yes. Although, if you want to have feedback for classes, you can also reach out to Chapo, for example. I mean, sorry, Chapo, if I'm standing you now into like putting you now in the spotlight, but Chapo is really amazing when it comes to giving feedback to designing classes. And I know that Chapo, you're collaborating with CXZ-Man now also, and you're also giving feedback to other community members over on the Heart of Daggers Discord. So it's amazing. Caroline, if you ever need help and Chapo has time, please connect and then kiss. Maybe not kiss, but you know what I mean. Anyways, let's finish this and let's go into another project that is not yet published, but will be soon. Very soon. By the end of this month, in August, I think the publication date is currently set to the 31st of August. So this might change a bit, but I think this will stay like that. A new project will come onto the Heart of Daggers marketplace and into the hands of the Daggerheart community called the Dragon's Vault. If you have not heard about this, this is a big community project led by Gethin Pierce, the Welsh DM, where he invited lots and lots of creators from the Heart of Daggers or Daggerheart community to work on a bigger project. And this revolved around all of his... no, I have to start differently. The Welsh DM Gethin is doing every Monday a Magic Monday, I think it's called. And for a couple of years now, he has created items and adversaries and loot and whatnot for D&D. And all of this back catalog, he wanted to move over to Daggerheart, and this is what the Dragon's Vault is. He invited a lot of different creators and game designers like me. I also participated, and over the last couple of months, we took the effort in transferring all of his D&D designs to Daggerheart and polishing them, playtesting them, which was a lot of fun and so insightful. I loved this, the whole creation period of this so much, and I can truly say from the bottom of my heart, everything that is in here is amazing. Not only the stuff that I designed, of course, this is pretty fun as well, but there's so many cool additions. Wait, do I have... Oh yeah, right, the Jamie Raven gave us... Wait, why is there some weird noise? Okay, fortunately it's not my computer. Right, I wanted to see... oh wait. More. Because I wanted to see the numbers, because I totally forgot, like how many of what is in there. 200 plus brand new weapons, loot, domain cards, and adversaries. Yes, I forgot the real numbers, but there's tons of new shit. I think like 80 or so new loot items, 60 new domains or something, like a shit ton of new weapons and secondary weapons and armor and adversaries. I think we have like 20 or so, and these are all so much fun. And this beautiful cover is will be the cover of this supplement. And yes, the one that Jamie Revan posted or also showed us is exactly this, because over the month of August we will get, or rather you all, the community, will get lots of different teasers and tidbits and different items that you can already pick up and bring to your table if you want. Oh, Adventure Lies Ahead. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing? Anyways, you will get plenty of little teasers up until the release date. And I think the I Spy key that you see currently on screen is the very first item. And each edition of the Dragon's Vault is coming not only with, of course, its feature. In this case, the I Spy key, once per long rest, you can use this key to unlock any lock, even though it's sealed with magic. Additionally, it will automatically deactivate any magical trap attached to that lock, rendering it inert. It will also come, always, with a little lore blurb. Which I find amazing, because if you have the combinations of, for example, a weapon and a little lore blurb, or an armor and a little lore blurb, then you as a GM can immediately take this lore blurb, get inspired by this, and think of a way of bringing this story of this item, plus, of course, the item, into your game, and how to insert it and bring it to your table, which is great. So I think these lore blurbs could also act as some kind of like adventure seed or like a quest hook or so. Where you can immediately pick anything that you like and bring it to your table. As you see, we also have custom art, because Gethin also recruited a couple of artists, and I can say amazing artists. We have so much cool art. I think over 80 or so individual art pieces, which is so much fun. So yeah, you can very much look forward to the Dragon's Vault, a very big Daggerheart collaboration coming to your table and to your favorite marketplace end of August. Also, since you might know that we, Bart and Raven, are also doing, every now and then, we're doing some Creator Spotlight interviews. The very last Creator Spotlight interview that we did was with Carlos Cisco. And for this project, the Dragon's Vault, you can already look forward to that I will have a full house of people where we will be talking about the Dragon's Vault after its release, probably early September. But of course, if you do not want to miss anything from us, either follow us on our Twitch or go to our very free Patreon, where you get all of the news and all of the information announcements from Bart and Raven, which is patreon.com/BartandRaven if you don't know about it. Completely for free, no paid tiers. Maybe in the future. Anyways, this has been the Dragon's Vault. Another thing that... oh, right. We come now to Bart and Raven news. We're still in our news section, but we have something new that we brought out this week. No, last week. this week is just very new. Last week, we brought out something very new, something that we haven't done yet, or should we say something that I haven't done. Oi, Kattequart, hello! Oi, and thank you so much for the subscription. Oh, that is so kind of you. Thank you. Oh God, I got confused. Thank you, Kattequart. That is very kind. Where were we? Look at your thingy. Oh yeah, right. Barton Raven, or rather, the Jimmy Raven brought out something completely new. She has been working on lots of different art, of course. And she had for a long time the idea to also give out stock art for other creators to pick up and use in their own publications. And this is where the very first stock art pack from Barton Raven has come in, which is this beautiful stock art set of RPG dice. Wait, there was another thing. What happened? And I missed it. Okay, I heard another pling, but I don't know what it was about. Jimmy Raven, if you saw something, please shout it out. I'm not looking at my stream overlay currently, that's why I have no clue. Yes, but let's have another look at the stock art set, which is the very first of its kind, about RPG dice. You get all of the beautiful RPG dice, plus Hope and Fear Rhombic D12s, which are just the superior D12 shape on the market. Please fight me. And I mean, she is very, very proud of it. And I mean, me too. I love these so much. And also as a little bonus, all of our patrons have gotten this particular RPG dice set free for personal use. So anyone on our Patreon has gotten this, or can still get it if you become a free member. A free to use, free for personal use, I must say. Stock art set of these dice. So meaning free for personal use means you can use this in all of your own personal projects. If you write your own homebrew or whatever, if you need some art that is not being used commercially, you can use this, the dice set that you got on our Patreon. If you ever want to use these dice in a commercial product, you can get this this whole set for $12 only, and then you have a license, I think, for life, right, Jamie? The Jamie Raven. I think it's a you pay it once, and it's like a for life session or license, right, where you can use it however long you want it, as long as you paid for the commercial license. Because there are also a few commercial licenses that I found on drive-thru where you pay it once, and then you have a license for exactly one usage in one applications or so. Yeah. Goraline, you says you find the rhombics interesting. You own one. I think I may end up being a bit of a D12 traditionalist. That is fine. That is fine. I just love these rhombic D12s. Just like the irregular shape, or rather, no, it's not irregular, but it's just different, and I love this. And also, as a person who really hates soccer or football, how we call it here, these D12 just look so like a stupid soccer ball that I don't want that. I put these away. I don't use regular D12s. I want rhombic D12s all the way. But that's just me. Anyways, we have this. I think I talked enough about this. Let's move on. The last thing I wanted to talk about is something that also immediately leads us into into the end of the news section and into something new, or rather something from last week, just to have a look at what last week has been created in last week's Homebrew Design Challenge. And as I mentioned, we only had 2 editions, and one of them was something really cool. Let's shout out Chapo again. Let's have a look at the fortune teller. Chapo the dog got inspired by this beautiful artwork that we had last week. Wait, in case you don't remember, this was the artwork that we had last week. And Chapo designed a whole new class, the fortune teller, with the domains Grace and Arcana, which is so cool, let me tell you. Chapo, if you are in chat, what was your inspiration for this class? Do you have maybe any kind of what are they called again? What are the freaking touchstones? My God. Did you have any touchstones? And especially for the chirologist, because this is so fun. Anyways, check out the fortune teller. This has something really cool, the fortune dice, which is one of the class features of the fortune teller. And it reads, acquire a plastic cup or other non-see-through container you can roll dice in. At the start of each session, place a number of d12s in the cup equal to your spellcast trait. These are your fortune dice and you can never have more than your spellcast trait. Shake the cup and place it on the table, invert covering the dice. When you roll a duality dice, you can mark a stress to reveal your fortune dice and use one of their results in place of your hope or fear die. Which, like, this is so cool, where you have like an immediate new game, a new addition to a game of Daggerheart, just like a dice cup, where you roll dice, put it on the table, and then eventually, like, oh, what did the future tell me? I open the dice and then open the cup and take one of the dice, which is so much fun. I love this so much. Just to have like this new haptic experience on the table just by using this new subclass. It's so cool, I can tell you. And also, fortune telling, of course, means you want to fortune tell for your people or for your friends, right? And then you can have the reading mechanic. Once per rest, during a calm moment, you can read the fortune of another PC. Roll your duality dice. On a roll with fear, your reading is either inaccurate or filled with dark portents. And on the road with hope, your reading is accurate and filled with good omens. This is also so fun because it encourages role play. And this is something where I love The Witch so much, where it has this commune feature, and all of the dread domains are also so full with flavor, or rather, they're inspirational, where you can add flavor to this. And this is exactly right up my alley. I'm such a big fan of this class. I think I would definitely love playing this class in Daggerheart game, and then every session, like, let me read the fortune of my players. What do I come up with now? It's so much fun. So yeah, this was one of the additions for last week, and of course they also had just real quick 2 subclasses. Every class has to come with 2 subclasses. Cartomancer, where you can bring, I think, yeah, right, you can bring a real deck of cards to your table, and then you just play around with this as well. So just another addition, another haptic experience that you can bring to your table. So much fun. And the Chirologist is very cool as well. It's where you can play as a soothsayer of one particular player, where the soothsayer has to stay close to that player. Here, I think they are called the Querent, which is super fun. And it where it says, begin the campaign with 1 PC as your Querent. You have read their palm and have insight into their personality and fate. This is so cool. And all of these subclasses are so full of flavor. And this is exactly what you get from Chapo the Dog. Get Chapo the Dog subclass supplement. It's fun. And I love this so much. Caroline, you just made the class available to my players on HOD. Oh, you mean this one? That is cool. So I guess someone picked it up, or how did it go? Do they already have some experience with this? That would be super fun. Awesome. All right, but this was only one of 2 editions from last week. The other one, of course, has to be the stuff that we all worked on. The Duality's Hand card deck, a legendary item that we brought to Daggerheart, which is so much fun. And before I tell a few things about this, I just want to congratulate us all that we got featured by the Dispatch newsletter, the Dispatch Daggerheart newsletter. Our little Homebrew, the Duality's Hand, got featured in the Homebrew section of that newsletter. So congratulations to you all who participated. You did well. So amazing. Wait. Mr. Lokoneko, Jeff, this class would fit so well in my new frame I'm working on. I might have to ask for a collab when the time comes. Oh yeah, please guys, collab. Do all the collabs. That would be so fun. Amazing. I would love that so much. Anyways, our little tarot deck that we designed last week. And I just realized I can shout out something else. But let's talk about this real quick. I mean, I already talked about this in last week's stream. This was a quick idea that Jamie Raven and I had before the stream, where we had, okay, wouldn't it be fun to have a real community collaboration on stream to design something? And then we did it. We came up with this, and it was a doozy. Oh, it was a doozy. Oh, Chapo. Heading to work, have fun brewing. Thank you so much, Chapo, for coming by. Have a wonderful Monday. It was a doozy because on stream it was chaotic, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun. We had to go overtime, as you remember. We went longer than our regular 2 hours, so 2.5 hours. And this was not even the only stream. We had to, or rather, I had to cancel another stream Tuesday morning, my time. So the regular folks that are sitting in the US couldn't join because it was in the middle of your night, sadly. But because of that, I had different folks in stream for the second iteration of this stream. So I think in total we had 5.5 hours of streaming over 2 days just to make this legendary item, this card deck of 24 entries, where each entry of a major arcana card that we had as inspiration was designed by different people. And this is just a one page because it was way too much stuff to have on 2 pages. Here's the second one. So yeah, we had so much fun. Little spoiler for today. Today, we won't have something like this. Today will be chill, where I go back to my regular roots and I just do the home brewing, and of course, feel free to help me. But yeah, anyways, let's talk about Duality's Hand again. You mentioned that second stream broke my watch streak. Oh no, shit, I'm sorry. I have to be sure to add my portfolio that it was on the dispatch. Oh yes, please do that. Add it to your portfolio. Oh, Adventure Eyes Ahead, I'm so sorry that this broke your streak. That is not fair. That is not fair that this is a thing. But well, but you're right. You were on a I don't know, on a really big streak when it comes to this. Anyways, Duality's Hand. Right, I wanted to talk about, because on our second stream, I had the pleasure to welcome our very own Matt of Heart of Daggers. And of course, I had to convince Matt, or I didn't have to, I mean, it was very easy, he just said yes. I gave Matt the Magician, just because it's so fitting. The Heart of Daggers Magician, Matt had to design this beautiful entry. So what you can see here is the Magician. Originally I designed it, or I assigned it to me, but then I gave it to Matt because it was just way more fun. Anyways, he designed something really fun. Let's have a quick look at the things that we haven't had a look at last Monday stream, but just real quick, just because I love it so much. So Matt designed the Magician, upright. Arcane symbols dance at your fingertips as fate bends to your selfish command. When you roll with fear, you can choose to make it a roll with hope instead. This effect lasts until you critically succeed, or the GM spends 3 fear to end it. Really fun, I must say. Also with the flavor. This is cool. Eventually I said, indeed, turns out I rolled with fear to not wake up in the middle of the night like I usually do. Oh. Well, I have the feeling that that the chat is a bit slow today. Maybe do I have some problems with stream? No, seems fine. Anyways, wait, don't go. Here we go. So yeah, lots of fun. On the reverse side for the Magician, your magic twists into chaos, turning every triumph against you. Until you critically succeed, resolve your rolls with hope as rolls with fear instead. You may spend 5 hope collectively to end this effect. So collectively among your group. And also, something really fun that I just wanted to show out because on stream, on our Tuesday stream, I wanted to design the Fool, but Sexy Man had such a cool idea that I could not beat. Because the upright card for the Fool just reads, "You can re-narrate the current scene from the start." That is so darn fun. Whack, but fun. Like, give the narrative control over to a player just for one scene and see what they think the scene should change. Very strong. But as if I can remember you, only one card per scene can be drawn from this deck. So yeah, but really fun. Anyways, this one we brought out to the community. We put it in our little thingy from Heart and Raven. Wow, Bard and Raven. Bard and Raven. We have this little template that the Jamie Raven created, and then where we can put all of our little homebrews that we do, and then we just put it out. And we had last week also on the Heart of Daggers Discord a little discussion because I think was it Jeff and CXZ Man wanted this to be a real thing, a real card deck that you can print maybe and put on your table. And Jeff took it in his own hands to actually make a card deck out of this. Jeff, if you're around and if you have access to this, do you want to share your prototype card that you created? Because Jeff currently is working on making, coming soon, TM, yes, is working on bringing these in card format that you can print, and then exactly that you have a physical deck on your table that your players can draw cards from, which is very fun because then they can completely ignore the whole game that we have up here, where they would when they don't have a physical deck, how do they decide to get specific cards? They actually they have to roll their duality dice, but this comes with a lot of caveats because when they roll their duality dice, they cannot roll a 1 because there is no 1 when you roll 2d12. So we decided that the number 1 would be a liar's crit, which is a 6 and a 9 if you don't know this, because it looks so suspiciously like a crit, but it's not. That's why a liar's crit. And also, you would like on median get like between 12 and 14 like this number, so these cards would happen more often. So if you have a physical deck, this of course will negate all of this and you can just shuffle it, draw a card and be done with it. You have always loved the deck of many things from first edition D&D, also from first edition even. It's that old. Cool. I will use this in my games without a doubt. Yeah, oh yes, I'm very happy about this as well. I think I will use this as well. This seems cool. Way too cool to not use it. Anyways, this is what I wanted to talk about today. All right, Mr. Lokoneko, Jeff, you can share it. It's not final, but sure. Should I put it? Wait, can I put it here in chat? What happens if I want to put a piece of... Let me see. What happens if I want to add... Oh no! On Discord. I have to restart Discord. I will see. I will try to see if I can add a piece of media in the chat, but I'm not so sure. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Wait, can I hear? Nope, nope, nope. Okay. You would have to... Oh, right, I can bring it on screen. That is much more fun. Sure, I can do this. That was a bit... Anyways. Nope, 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 nope. Bear with me, guys. I'm working. Soon, TM. It will be on screen. There we go. We'll go back. You go back. You go back. I might need to reduce this. You will. This screen will vanish. No worries. It will come back as long as I'm there. I'm such a pro. Here we go. Here we go. Wow, that was annoying, but we made it. Look at this. We got it. We got it. This is the card, the prototype that Jeff designed. Currently without art, but this might be something that could be added later. But I already really like this idea. This is for the Fool, Duality's Heart card 1, with a little bit of flavor text, and it is reversed, as you know, because it can be either drawn upright or reversed. Really fun. So yeah, I think Jeff, please remind me, you are finishing all of the others now, all of the other cards of this deck, at least in this format, right? And do you also want to reach out to the Heart of Daggers community to see if there's people who want to put art on this? Because I could totally see that this could be like a mini supplement that can be a spin-off of our stream, where like our stream designed this, you made the card layout, maybe someone else or a couple of people else provide art for that, and then we put this as a I don't know, pay what you want supplement on Heart of Daggers. That would be very cool, I must say, but maybe not something that I would want to be the project lead on. So if any one of you feels inspired and want to do this, please go ahead. This is a community project for the community, for anyone to pick up. As I'm currently busy with Project Overhang. To all of the people out there who are working on Project Overhang, you're awesome. Jeff, you're finalizing the design and doing all of them. Yes, you would love to have art for them. You just don't know where the art could go, as some cards have a lot of text on them. You're open to suggestions. I mean, it could be just it could be just like ambient art, like location art, and then you have like a little white cloud where the text would be like floating over the art, perhaps. The Attins are here. Hello, hello, good morning. How are you doing, Attins? Alrighty, great. So I think we're already it's already late enough. Let's go to the actual thing that we're doing. One side art, the opposite side text. Oh, you mean like a regular like magic card, like regular playing card? Oh wait, one side art. You mean front side art, back side text, or what? But yeah, you guys can discuss the specifics. The Attins say rough start of day. Car needed to jump to get to work. Oh shit. Did you do the jump yourself, or did you have to ask a neighbor? That doesn't sound like fun. Maybe replacement battery? I'm not a cars person, I wouldn't know. You will finish a text-only version and will do a prototype for a version with art. Oh, great. That sounds great. All right, but let's go into today's actual thing that we want to do. Why are we here today? Because of the weekly Homebrew Design Challenge. What is the weekly Homebrew Design Challenge? Because I haven't talked about this in a while. It is an initiative that I am hosting every week since, I don't know, since 27 weeks apparently, because today we are in our 27th iteration, where every week we take a piece of artwork from the community and design a piece of Daggerheart homebrew for it. And once again, look at this beautiful, what is this actually? Can someone explain to me what this is? Like, what is this supposed to be? I had to talk with Jeff because one of the other weeks Jeff decided which artwork we would take, and I think you also mentioned that you do not see like how many legs does it have, but I can tell you it has 2 legs, a long leg, a long tail, and 2 arms. It's some kind of plant warrior. I think the original artwork is called Leshy Warrior on Reparatus Instagram. That is clearly a boss fight from Hollow Knight or Silksong. Oh, yes. I mean, yeah, it very much looks like Silksong-y with this helmet, right? I agree. Yeah. Stag Beetle Fairy Warrior. That is perfect. Nice. Nick, I love this art. I'm already on it. Do you mean that you're creating something with this artwork? Do you? It would be amazing. You're still confused about the art? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Anyways, as every week, the artwork that we have is either approved by the artist, or it is from a stock art pack that I bought, or that is actually stock art but free to use for everyone. And this one is Reparatus, as I mentioned, the small library that I have. It's getting smaller and smaller, by the way. I approved by Reparatus to use for and to hand out for our homebrew challenges. So that's why, once again, we have Reparatus Art. And let me tell you, I have a couple of ideas for this one, because what I always wanted to do, so we're diving headfirst into the homebrew section of this stream now. What I want to do is, or rather, my ideas, and I need your help to define what it is. First, I love this weapon. I love this weapon a lot. And why do I... See, that's why I close Discord when I'm streaming, so that I'm not getting distracted. Let's zoom in here a bit. Let's make this a bit bigger for you all as well, so that you can see. Cut. Now I have time to fully focus my attention on this stream. Oh, perfect. Welcome back. Anyways, by the way, if any one of you, since this is not a collaborative, like a super collaborative stream as last week, feel free, if you feel inspired by this artwork, join in the fun of homebrewing, design something for Daggerheart yourself, and send it to me so that we can review it on stream if you like. That would be super fun. We did this once with Nick. And I love this so much. So please, if you feel inspired and want to homebrew something, join in and use this artwork. Shall I send you the artwork already? Do we have it shared already? No, we don't. Anyways, I will continue. Sorry. What is my idea for this thing? I was very much inspired, by this very fancy leaf sword with a blossoming flower at the hilt. Very cool. So I already had in mind for a while. Holy shit, Nick! Sending mine in just a sec. Give me a minute. But I love this. What I had in mind, I wanted to create a weapon, but not solely a weapon. You know, in Daggerheart, weapons have just one feature, and most of the time this feature is, let's say, frankly, boring. I know Daggerheart doesn't put too much emphasis on very feature-rich or flavorful weapons. So most of the flavor comes from the name. They don't even have descriptions. So when you read, although I must say, at least the additions for weapons in the Hope and Fear book are really flavorful. So for example, there's a primary weapon called a rope dart, whatever the hell that is, but it sounds cool, or a whip sword, or a twisted dagger, which is basically, these are just the tier 1 weapons, the physical weapons, which is cool. And on the magic side, we have Shadow Blade, Bright Sword, Enchanted Chakram, Casting Dagger, Runelock Pistol, Arcane Rifle. So the flavor comes from the name, and less so from the features, though the features can be, of course, flavored to match that description a bit, which is nice. But what I think, at least for me, is very exciting is this whole exploration aspect of any TTRPG, where you go out in the world, you explore the world, you find cool shit that you can use in your games, and that add narrative depth. That's why I wanted to create a weapon, a evolving weapon, rather. Nick, you also did a weapon? Amazing. Great. So I wanted to do an evolving weapon. And what do I mean by this? I mean, in Daggerheart, and rather in at Critical Role, they have these vestiges, if you don't know what these are. These are, I think, divine weapons tied to the gods and celestial beings in this world. And they have 3 different stages. A regular stage of, I forgot what it was called, an awakened stage, I think, and an exalted state, where in reaching every state, they become new features, they become stronger, and do more cool shit. So my idea first, we will do a poll soon. The Jamie Raven, you can already write down the options. First option. Let's create an evolving weapon. And my idea would be that we start with a tier 1 weapon. And then every time when the player reaches a new tier, the weapon evolves also. So it becomes a bit stronger, but also the feature becomes a bit stronger, if that makes sense. So evolving weapons would be the first option. The other option, which I also find fun, although I'm not so sure about if this actually fits to Daggerheart. So for this topic, I would very much be looking forward to your feedback in chat. What do you think about this whole idea? What about set items? And with set items, I mean that you have different pieces of a set. For example, a leaf sword, a leaf dagger, which is a offhand dagger, a leaf armor, and maybe a leaf helmet. And if you would wear all of these four pieces, a set bonus would apply. That would give you additional features, or would have a little narrative effect. What do you think? Would this fit in Daggerheart, or would this be too much? Because I mean, you would still need to gather all of these pieces to get the bonus, right? Exactly. Diablo set loot. Yes, that's exactly what I had in mind. In the Diablo games, which are hack and slash, whatever. Games where you can also gather different set pieces, and then the more pieces of a set you would have, the stronger the set effect would be. And I had the same idea. This sounds fun. An armor that gives you fairy flight. Yes. I was definitely thinking in that regard, that the armor, when you would have also, for example, this was just off the top of my head, if you would have a one-handed weapon in one hand and a leaf dagger in the other. If you combine this with the armor, you get fairy wings. And if you're also wearing the helmet, you can speak to bugs, for example. What do you think? Etten said, great narrative set goal with a couple weapons and pieces. An armor that, oh yeah, right. And Jeff, with the look of this creature, I'd see a new dryad-ish ancestry. Exactly. This is the third thing that I wanted to give you into your hands, where we could also give or also make a new ancestry. So these are the three options. Jamie Raven, we have how did I call these? Weapons that evolve? Evolutionary? No, whatever. Evolving weapons, that's the word. Evolving weapons. A item set, or rather, maybe you can put in brackets if we have place armor, weapon, loot, or whatever. And third is an ancestry, a new ancestry. All of the options, of course, yes, but we only have 1 hour more, so let's be time critical. I'm not streaming longer. Although, I mean, I can totally see that you guys convinced me to do all of these options, and then we have another extra stream tomorrow morning. No, it's not. Okay. Adventure lies ahead. A hill I will absolutely die on. Daggerheart is a game that can fit whatever you want it to. Oh yeah, whether it to be something super simple or super complex. As the designers intended when they made it as flexible and as easy to homebrew for as it is. So yes, it would fit Daggerheart. Thank you so much. Please, everyone, cast your vote. The poll is up. I will also cast my vote. Wait, can I also vote? Oh, I can only vote on one thing. Okay, cool. I think I will wait. I think I will wait a bit. Oh, you DM'd me on Discord. Okay, now I have to open Discord. Okay, great. While you vote on what we will design, I will quickly see what dear Nick. Ooh. Hello. Nick designed a weapon. You even put it in your awesome in your awesome design, in your awesome layout. Cool. Love this. Love this. This is cool. This is awesome. All right, I have to do this real quick again. Wait, where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? There it is. Okay. Got it. We can, I can show this in a minute. Give me back all of my windows. How's the voting going? Are you voting? You are voting. A sleeper design add in Hope and Fear is the item stat block at the end of Reign of the Weird Dragon. I had to adapt it. Yes, true. Yes. I saw that. I saw that and I love this as well. Really fun. In the last second, I voted and I made it a tie. Ah, too bad. You're right. In the end of the Reign of the Were-Dragon, there's a I think it's the first official weapon design, right? Where Darrington Press designed like a little stat block for a weapon, which I love, and we will adapt it as well. So very fun. So before, because I already feel that I need a quick break, let's have a look quickly at what dear Nick designed for us for this beautiful creature. Everybody gets more gear. You get more gear, you get more gear, everybody gets more gear. Lady Lavender Sword and the Zoetrope. That, I don't know where this is coming from, but that sounds fun. Okay, anyways, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what Nick designed. He gave us the Bloom Knife, a tier 3 secondary weapon for your offhand. A weapon blossomed from a sacred tree. Agility, melee, d6 plus 4. Verdant magic. When you make a successful attack with your primary weapon, you can forego the damage to apply one of the following. The target is restrained by tangling vines. Wait, forever? The target is poisoned and has a disadvantage on actions. The target adds a token to their stat block, lowering the difficulty by 1. Adds a token. Oh, great. Oh, this is stackable. The GM can remove these tokens whenever a roll with fear is made, or they may spend a fear to do so. Until the GM clears a condition. All right, because you didn't say temporarily. That's why I was like, restrained forever. Okay, but so we have to think it's still temporarily, I guess. Temporarily restrained, temporarily poisoned, and yes, you always have to say temporarily if this is a condition that is removable by spending fear. Otherwise, it is permanent. You assumed that all conditions that can be cleared with fear. No, not all, because some conditions are also cleared by certain other things. So, for example, you can be restrained sometimes until, for example, I think there's also a feature where you restrain a target and the target has to succeed on an action roll to break it free. And this would also be like permanent until it breaks free, if that makes sense. Anyways, great. So you make a successful attack and you either restrain or poison the target, or you lower the difficulty by 1. The GM can remove these tokens whenever a roll with fear is made, or they may spend a fear to do so. So for a tier 3 weapon, I think you can go stronger. I like this. I like how versatile this thing is. Wait, I have to gotta go back and proofread some things. These were intended to be clearable by the GM's fear. Okay, great. I like this. I think you can be even stronger for a tier 3 weapon. Although, I mean, I think the strength comes from its versatility, right? I think it would be strong enough if you say on when you make a successful attack. Yes, I think you can get rid of the forego the damage and just add to the damage. For a tier 3 weapon, a secondary, I think in my opinion it would be fine if you just say on top of the damage apply one of the following effects. Because it is just temporary restraint, temporary poisoned, and a difficulty lowering by 1, which is very quickly removed in the next 1 or 2 rolls. So I think it can be on top of the damage, just to beef this up a bit. But I love the versatility of this. This is cool. Ignoring opinions on Reddit is often a smart move, from what I've heard. Yes. I think ignore the subreddit is overall a good baseline advice in any situation. That is true. Yes. Yeah, amazing. In the process of stealing the bloom knives to give to either the ranger or witch of my AU campaign. Oh yeah, please do that. That is cool. Amazing. Wonderful. All right. So on the topic of, I will quickly have a short break. But before I go on to break, I think I will start with the evolving weapon. Let's start with the evolving weapon. And see where we go from here. If we have enough time, we can make another set. Did I? Oh yeah, right. All right. I love this so much. You guys are doing cool shit. Thanks for checking out my knife. Of course, gladly. I'm so happy that you provide me stuff to check out on stream. That is so cool. I love that. Thank you for participating. Maybe the weapon is part of the set with the armor. You are thinking the right way, Jeff. I love that. Thank you. This will help us. Definitely, it will be part of the set. But let me have a quick bio break, and then I will be back. Don't go anywhere. Listen to this beautiful lo-fi music. See you in a minute. You can't hear me. No, wait, you can't see me, but you can hear me. This way around is much better. I cranked up the music a bit. I think it might be just in this scene. So Jeff, if you could let me know if the music is now better, and then I can swap the scene. While I'm doing this, I'm just a voice in the void. You do not see where I am. Somewhere in this beautiful night sky, floating around. It's louder indeed. Alrighty. Then let's change scenes. I think it will also change. Yes. Exactly. It changed the volume between scenes. That's why it was less loud in the break. No, disembodied voice. Yes. Alrighty. I'm back. Welcome. Thank you for sticking with me. So, does it also happen to you sometimes that you have stupid ideas, or maybe initially you think these are stupid ideas, but then they become very fun ideas? Take a deep breath. Also doing some relaxation TTRPG creative session. Oh yes. I mean, I can do some guided meditation for you all to help you create stuff. That would be fun. Anyways, not today. Anyways, I just wanted to say, do you also have these stupid ideas when you're in the shower or when you do some mundane task and your brain is going wild? Because I just had, after coming from the toilet, I just had a very stupid idea where you have a leaf weapon in your hand that you can actually munch on, clear HP, and the more you munch on it, the less damage it does. Because every time you clear an HP because you munch on your weapon, your damage die is getting lower. And once your damage die would need to be lowered from a D4, you basically just do the normal amount of damage that you, or like the attack modifier. So for example, if you do D6 plus 2 D6 plus 2 damage, you can munch twice on it, and then you would just do 2 damage. And on a long rest, the leaf would grow back. That would be fun. Shower thoughts, always. Then you forget them, yeah. Nice. Where's the sign up for the creative meditation? Yeah, that would be fun. Ah, amazing. Wait, Twitch just told me that our follower goal 40 out of 40 is met. I don't see... Wait, do we have a 40th follower? Anyways, apparently we have. Best idea come when you don't have a way to record them. Yeah, that is true, yeah. That's why usually I try to have like little note things to write stuff on my phone when I'm lying in bed and I can't fall asleep. Follower goal, Matt, yeah. Third, but I don't know who was the 40th follower, to be honest. It's not saying. So whoever is the 40th follower, thank you. Anyways, let's continue. We have an evolving weapon to create. We want an evolving weapon, and the evolving weapon is supposed to be some kind of sword, the leaf sword. Let's call it like that for now. We will find a better name later. Unless you guys have cool names for a leafy sword. Like the verdant scythe. No, the scythe is something else. The verdant cutter, maybe? Oh, amazing. Damage 1. Hello. Maybe you are our 40th follower. Congratulations. Welcome. Landing from the HOD Discord. Oh, wonderful. You found your way here. That is amazing. Welcome to the stream, by the way. And Blade of Grass. That is a very good thing that we can start with. Blade of Grass. Salad slicer, yes. Actually, that is not so far from the first from the first feature I wanted it to give. But first, I have to open the beautiful core rulebook. Page, I think 107 are the weapons, if I remember correctly. I opened this so often. 115, here we go. I need some stats. Give me some stats. Give me some stats. There's a cutlass. A cutlass, a presence trait. Tier 1. I think this should be a finesse weapon. This is, like, it screams finesse to me, to be honest. Maybe slice and dice as 2 different weapons, one-hander and secondary. Yes. I already have an idea for a secondary weapon. So we have a finesse. Finesse weapon. Definitely melee. It will be one-handed. Let's make this a bit nicer. And the cutlass has D8 plus 1 physical. So, and the framework for weapons is usually that let's bring this here a bit in a nicer format, just to see I can work with this better later on. You become a bit smaller, that is fine. So the framework is that usually the damage dice is not changing between tiers, but the modifier is changing, and I think it's either +2 or +3. But I believe in the cutlass it is exactly, it's +3. So tier 2 is +4. This is +7. This is +10. Great. So this is the start. Now we want a feature. So the first, wait, I already have an idea. Wait, I also had a toilet thought for the first feature. What was it? By the way, we will probably go back to the damage dice later on and maybe adjust it up and down a bit, just to like if our features that we design are way too strong, then we will of course adjust the damage dice, probably downwards, but let's see. Wait, I already had an idea for the first one. Was it? I think the idea that I had got overshadowed by the stupid other idea where you can eat your weapon, which I think I will make this a secondary weapon. Tier 2 secondary weapon. All right. I still need to have primary somewhere here. Primary. Yep. Tier 2 secondary. Let's do this so that I'm done with this, because I think this is just way too much fun. I love this. Even for the secondary weapons, should this also be finesse, or should this be? Yeah, I think it should still be finesse. Makes sense. Melee, one-handed, D6 plus 2. Feature. Stop it. Feature. So I will give it the feature that I already mentioned. You can. How do I word this? This is the whole you eat it and you clear HP thing. You can eat the leafy, the fleshy leaf of the blade. Fleshy sounds wrong. You can eat the leafy green of the blade to clear a HP. When you do so, reduce the damage dice by 1. What was exactly what was the wording? Where did I read it? I think I read it in the Hope and Fear supplement. I think there's something similar. Was it an item? The damage dice, where you reduce the damage dice by 1 level. I think, was it called level? Atoms. Maybe you know. What is the wording when you reduce like damage dice? I saw this last night. Wait, no, last night, but one of the other nights. When I go to bed, I have the Hope and Fear book in my hand, and I'm reading from it. Just to make this clear. Maybe it wasn't with the weapons at all. 1 step sounds good. Yeah, 1 step. Okay. Reduce the damage dice by 1 step. 6, 4, 4 to 0. Stop it. On a long rest. Return the damage dice to its original value. Is this clear? You can eat the leafy green of the blade to clear a HP. When you do so, reduce the damage dice by 1 step. D6 to D4, D4 to 0. On a long rest, return the damage dice to its original value. I think it's fine. What do we call this? Stupid item. Maybe the juicy blade? No. The delicious blade? No. Because in my mind, it is a dagger, a sprouting dagger. Why not sprouting dagger? That sounds fun. Where you have it basically is a hilt, and it sprouts leafy greens out of it that you can just like noms on. Is this too strong once per rest that you can just clear once per long rest? Delicious dagger. Bark worth the bite. Bark worth the bite. Yeah. All right. It could also be like this sweet bark that you can. Delicious deciduous dagger. What is? Huh. Yeah. Sounds fun. Although, is it too strong? Because you get 2. After a successful attack. Let's do it like this. Oh, even better. The leafy greens are not coming back, but rather you have to successfully attack with a weapon to get it back. Is this too strong? I'm currently doubting myself is whether or not this is a too strong of an effect to have once per long rest an automatic clear 2 HP. Or should it be on a successful attack you increase the damage die by 1 step? Because then you would need to do like intentionally little damage. I think that would be fun. Once per session. I mean, it depends. Sometimes a session is less than a long rest. Sometimes a session is more long rests are happening. So alliteration tickles my brain in fun ways. Yeah. I don't think so to clear 1 HP. What exactly you mean by you don't think so? I think it could be fun if these HP are not coming back, but rather you have to deal damage with them. And you have to deal little damage. You're sacrificing your damage big time. Just checked it in Hope and Fear. It's by 1 step. Oh, great. Reduce the weapon's damage die by 1 step. Example, D8 to D6. Yep, it's a weapon damage dice become reduced to below a D4. The weapon crumbles into dust. It's from the Rust Eater on page 78. Perfect, thank you. Ah, you mean you don't think it's overpowered. Okay, great. But Ettins, what do you think? What would be more fun if you get it back after a long rest, or if you actually have to hit something with your reduced damage to get the effect back? If you do the latter, then it becomes very much like just an emergency thing, because you would probably rarely sacrifice damage. You want to do as much damage as possible to your adversaries to get the 8 HP back. So I think, you know what? I'm doing this. Then I'm feeling fine. On a long rest, return the damage die, or increase the damage die by 1 step. Here we go. Because then it's not going back immediately to a d6, but it's going back to a d4, and then only after 2 long rests you get... yes, I think now it's fine. Reducing damage won't affect their to hit, I think, rest of per session. After a successful attack, you can eat the leafy green of the blade to clear a HP. When you do so, reduce the damage dice by 1 step. Is it damage dice or damage die? Damage die, right? Jamie Raven. What does the style guide say? I think it's damage die, right? On a long rest, increase the damage die by 1 step. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for reassuring. That definitely helps. It's a die, yes. Perfect. 2d4, d4, d6. Just to clarify it. All right. We want a great name. You know what? Let's revisit the name when we start working on the set. Because then maybe the names we can be inspired by certain themes or so. So we already have a secondary weapon. Let's work on the primary one. So we have the cutlass, a finesse weapon that people have to be very careful to work with, because maybe they can cut themselves. Ooh, what would be a fun thing? Shall we add a little bit of flavor? I think I want to start just with flavor. Flavor, and then eventually we will come stronger features later on. Yes, let's start with flavor. So, could have names tied to like an acorn to a sapling to etc. Oh, that is fun. Oh, I love that. That is cool. Yes, that is very cool. It's a Caesar salad blade. Nice. Yep. I mean, I can definitely see that you eat your vegetables and you clear HP. Yep. So what about this? This blade can cut thick wood like butter. This is clear that you have a very easy time. Then it's like a leaf cutter thing, but you can. Or shall I say also metal? No, that would be too strong. Oh, we can increase this. Haha, let's do this. Secondary. I'm just throwing in some ideas. We can work this out later. This blade can cut through thick metal. So kind of like it's hardening out and getting stronger and stronger in the way it can cut through whatever. This would be one way. Although, how can I increase this? I probably can't. Or can I? Oh, I've got an idea. I've got a fun idea. Let's continue the train. Let's continue the idea train of like, through what else can you cut? Here we go. How does that sound? Once per session, you can cut through the arcane fabric and dissolve one magical effect or spell. What I mean by that, any kind of ongoing spell effect, or maybe a spell that someone is casting, like Firebolt, yes, some kind of effect that is coming your way that you can then basically like block with your dagger as you cut through the arcane fabric and dissolve the power where it's coming from. Just for precedence sake, there is a pocket knife or something in Hope and Fear that's a common loot item, I think, number 9 or 10, that can cut through anything. Ooh. Wait, let me have a look, because I have Hope and Fear open. That can cut already through anything. That is a very... But this is a loot item, right? And it's a small knife. But if it can cut anything... Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Thank you so much for bringing this up. Items. 9 or 10. Silex folding knife, you mean this? This 3-inch blade has an edge that easily cuts through anything except the handle it's stored in. Anything can mean even space and time. Holy shite! That is true. Wait, seriously? Anything that can cut through anything, even space and time. I mean, how can I beat that? You are right. Do people understand that? Understand this? Although, do I want this as part of a weapon? Anything is anything. Yeah, but GM discretion, exactly. Yeah, okay. I mean, I cannot top that. And I also do not want to take away the spotlight from this, but you are right. Should I take a different angle for this one then? Like tier 1 doing wood, tier 2 is stone, tier 3 is metal, and tier 4 is anything. I can see that. I can see that. Wood, stone, metal, anything. And then maybe in addition we can add this effect, yeah. Jaybird, hello. Fuck that knife, love that. Amazing. I like the way you think. Hello Jay, welcome. I'm so happy that you made it. Happy vacation, by the way. It's amazing that you come on your vacation during your vacation here to the stream. We are currently designing a evolving weapon, as you can see. A weapon that you get at tier 1. And then as you go through the levels and get to different tiers, it evolves with you and gets stronger. So. Rock. Okay, for the Jamie Raven I'm doing this. This blade can cut through rock and stone. For rock and stone! I'm back in town for a day, lol. Before leaving on a work trip to the swamp. Ooh, oh, it's a work trip to the swamp. Oh, that's cool. Nice. All right, this blade can cut through any wood. Any wood can cut through wood. It's fine. Can cut through rock and stone. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Just okay. Here we go. Better. Can cut through metals. And oh, this blade can cut through anything. But I think I want to I think I want to put a limit on this. Thus the effect that it could cut through certain material influence how it's perceived in combat. Cause armor and flesh are softer than rock and stone. Oh, I see what you mean. That you think when we say this blade can cut through metals, although what is stronger, metal or stone? Depends on the stone. Diamonds are certainly stones. I don't think diamonds are weaker than metals. But I get your point, where people would then question why is it not super strong, the blade, or if you mean it that way. This blade can cut through anything. All right, let's do this. Once per session, you can cut through... is the arcane weave? I think this is very D&D coded, right? You can cut through the fabric of the arcane or space-time. And either disenchant a magical and either immediately disenchant a magical effect or spell, or when you start thinking that you would cut out a piece of space-time, that you maybe reverse time for a minute or so, that you can make undo, or you can undo the last roll maybe entirely, or you can undo the last scene. Would this be too strong? You can cut open a time portal. Exactly, that's what I thought. Is this physical or magical weapon? I mean, yes, it definitely sounds like a magical weapon right now, right? Let's say it becomes a magical weapon at the end. How would I cut through a time, or open, where you open a portal to time? I think we need some boundaries. Do we need boundaries, or do we leave it open for people to just abuse? What do you think? If you would, to all the designers out there, would you want to have boundaries, or would you want to leave it open to the person who's using it and the GM at the table? I can see both worlds. You can disenchant a magical spell of effect. Let's see. Got the paint fabric, or undo the last roll. Let's see. Lies through space-time. Once per rest, you can disenchant a magical effect or spell as you cut through the arcane fabric, or undo the last roll, or undo the last roll, or undo any roll as you slice through space-time. I think that could be fun. Any roll, because then it does not need to be like the prior roll, because this would mean you could theoretically, that would be fun. Hear me out. If I keep this wording, or undo any roll as you slice through space-time, perhaps you have a specific role in mind. For example, maybe a big tyrant or the BBEG did something that that changed something, but you were not aware. You were not aware immediately what this cause was of the role. Or maybe not. Maybe a GM move? Maybe a whole GM move? I'm just thinking about the perfect, the right kind of wording here. So any role, maybe down the line, you contemplated, okay, if this one thing hadn't, if this would not have occurred, then things would have been different. Maybe let's undo this, as you basically like cut your way through space-time and take out this piece of chunk and go poof. How does that sound? Does that sound fun? And also my question remains, would you want to have guardrails on there for the players or not? Or would you just leave it at this blade can cut through anything? That's a tricky one, but a fun one to think about. That's cool. This blade can cut through anything. Once per session, you can disenchant a magical effect or spell as you cut through the arcane fabric, or undo any roll as you slice through space-time. I think I don't need this, right? You can disenchant a magical effect or spell. You can cut out. Let me know if you want to poll. I don't think this is pollable. This is such a hard topic. I'd be down for leaving it open, but you could say cut through any material, any object? Question mark. You can cut through any any tangible or intangible material. Yes, or immaterial. Oh, that is also fun, a fun word. Any tangible or immaterial object or material. You can cut through any tangible or immaterial. Immaterial material. Yeah, no. Wait, what does they say? You can cut through anything except the handle it's stored in. You can cut through any material. Actually, keep it as anything. It's more fun. Exactly, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Anything. Once per session, you can disenchant a magical effect or spell, or undo any roll as you slice through space-time. As you slice through the arcane weave. Am I fine with that? I think I am. We have an evolving weapon that we still need to... Oh, Jay, you are here. We need your naming expertise. We have an evolving weapon, and also I think it could be fun if the weapon would also evolve, the name would also evolve, if that makes sense. The Etins already suggested something like with acorn and then a sprout or a leaf and a full tree, for example. I'm not that good in English to have a really good grasp on this concept. So any help is much appreciated by you all. So I think I'm fine. And when we just have additional, I think I'm fine with our damage dice that we currently have. That is fine. Once per session, you can disenchant a magical effect or spell, or undo any roll as you slice through the arcane weave. That actually is very fun. I like that. All right. So, Decidious Death. Oi, 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 oi. I'm not even sure whether I pronounced this correctly, because I've rarely used that word. Let me ask dictionary.cc. How is this pronounced? Oh, Decidious. I did it right. Cool. Because it could also have been Decidious, but Deciduous. I did it right. Deciduous death. That is very fun, but death sounds so harsh, I must say. Deciduous, that is a cool name or cool word. I've never used this. Deciduous blade. I mean, we also have the secondary version of this. Jay, if you would want to have a look at that. We created a tier 2 secondary weapon, just tier 2 in this regard. Although now I want this also to be evolving. This also has to evolve, right? Of course, this also has to evolve. Yes, let's do that. And it's very easy to evolve. Watch me. Tier 2 secondary. Tier 2 secondary. There we go. Tier 3. This becomes a T8. And a tier 4. Now I'm not so sure whether or not this is supposed to become a D10. Maybe a D8. Let's think about this. So we have a secondary weapon that apparently now also became evolving. Of course it did. After a successful attack. So okay, let's continue. After a successful attack, you can eat the leafy green of the blade to clear a HP. Maybe I have to say of this blade, maybe? There you go. When you do so, reduce the damage die by 1 step. The D6 to D4, D4 to 0, and so on. On a long rest, increase the damage die by 1 step. So the leafy green returns, and you can eat from this and clear HP, and that is very fun. And I think it makes sense if this is just a tier 1, then you have a... You basically can just eat once of this. Once the damage dies. Once the damage die is at 0, you cannot use this feature anymore. Is this clear? I think it's clear. On a long rest, increase the damage die by 1 step. That's very long, but I think it's needed. Is it needed? Maybe. After a successful attack, you can eat the leafy green of the blade to clear HP. When you do so, tier 2, yeah, that's fine. 8 to D6, D6 to D4. Wait, you mentioned this earlier. Where was this? Where was this? There it is. And so on. 8. All right. So I think we leave this and give this another effect on tier 4. So on tier 4, this becomes 3 users that you have. Come back. Chiron chart. That sounds fun as well. I don't know what Chiron means. And chart. Chiron. Chart. Oh, chart. Oh, the plant. Nice. That sounds fun. On tier 4, we have 3 steps. The secondary needs a name with chud or cut, the term for chewed cow. Chewed cow food like grass. Cut. Oh, cut, because... Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. To cut. Yes, I like that. Yes, let's give this a name like cut. Cud is this? Wait. Cud. Okay, cool. Today I learn words. That's cool. Thank you for being here while I learn English. The cut cutter. That sounds great. The cut cutter. Or just cut cutter. What about this? Is cut cutter fine? Normal. Cut cutter. Oh, wait. Here we come normal. Oh, we'll do this later. Cut cutter. Secondary. I like that. That is easy. I like that. That is cool. Part of a set. We still need a set name. Or do we? I'm not so sure. I mean, it's already getting close to 5. I think we keep it. But wait, haha, we do a mini set. We will combine the primary and the secondary and do a mini set. When you use 2 of these weapons, something happens. See, then we still have a set. We don't have the armor yet. I might go back to that, but then at least we do this. So for this primary weapon, what do we call this? What do you think? Any suggestions are very much appreciated. No. Blade of grass is not bad, but I think we can do better. Something that can cut through anything. What could this be called? I think I'm more of a fan currently of I think I'm currently more of a fan to have one name and not just 4 different versions of the name. Meadow's Edge, primary meadow, Blade of the Green. Blade of the Green or Meadow's Edge. Meadow's Edge is cool. Meadow's Edge. I like that. Any other options? Meadow's Edge. Meadow's primary meadow, Blade of the Green. Maybe we can... Yeah, why not? Why not? T1, do it this way. That's for me, for my sake. Secondary. Probably a lot of fun currently, just watching me editing this stuff. Okay, Meadow's Edge. That is cool. I like that. Jay, you are amazing as always. Thank you so much. Meadow's Edge and Cut Cutter. The Cut Cutter. That's cool. When you eat your Cut Cutter. 100, melee, finesse. This is fine. This blade can cut through wood. This blade can cut through rock and stone. For rock and stone! This blade can cut through metals. This blade can cut through anything. Once per session, you can disenchant a magical effect or spell, or undo any roll as you slice through the arcane weave. Any prior roll as you slice through the arcane weave. Any prior roll. That is also very worded very broadly. I like that. The Cut Cutter. After a successful attack, you can eat the leafy green of the blade to clear a HP. While you do so, reduce the damage die by 1 step. Once the damage die is at 0, you cannot use this feature anymore. You cannot use this feature again? Question mark? No, anymore is fine, I think. On a long rest, we increase the damage die by 1 step. Is it then long rest or rest? I think just rest. Yes. On a rest, I think this is fine. On a rest and on a rest. I think we need this here as well. Here we go. Once. Yeah. Okay. So, what do we get when we have 2? Oh my god, I just realized we have to make 8 weapon cards. Okay, cool. Or do you think, Jamie Raven, if we can put all of the information in on one weapon card? Maybe we just make 1 for each weapon, and then we have tier scalars in there. We can talk about this after the stream, how we do this. So, what happens? Let's make a quick small set. What happens if you wear both Meadow's Edge and the Cut Cutter? If you wield both Meadow's Edge and the Cut Cutter, you gain the following feature. Wait, I don't need this. While wearing Meadow's Edge and the cutter at the same time, you what? You should have thought about that before we got on the road. Wait, what? Grasshopper, teleport via grass. That is cool. Let's talk about how we want to do this. Yes, later on. Teleport via grass. As long as you're in contact with. Wait, this is very similar to my. Let's jump there. Let's jump there. How did I word this? This is very similar to my Dark Fae ancestry that I created, where it has this feature. I forgot what it was called. Rustling leaves. As long as you remain in direct contact to soil, mark a stress to disappear where you are and reappear at a point up to far range during your spotlight. This is very similar, right? This is very similar. But I think, the Jamie Raven, you enjoy this feature, right? Should we do a similar iteration of this? I like the idea, Grasshopper. Where when you wear both of these... I'm just thinking whether or not there is something more thematic while you wear both of these leafy weapons. Maybe you can combine these somehow. You combine these and do something with it. And just looking at the tree outside and give me inspiration, tree. Do it. Blade of grass. Attack at range. The grass below your enemy turns into more blades. Oh, you want to do more damage. Maybe you end up looking like grass. Maybe you end up looking like... You can hide in grass. You become the grass. Camo. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. While wearing these two, when you do... Oh, I've got it. I'm combining rustling leaves and some kind of camo. Let's do this. Where's my shit where I'm... Here we go. I'm writing here. While not wearing, wielding both Meadow's Edge and the Cut Cutter, you can mark a stress to... how do I word this? To while wielding both Meadow's Edge and the Cut Cutter, you can mark a stress to disappear in a cloud of leaves and reappear in far range on a patch of grass. When doing so, you become hidden as long as you are in contact to greenery. Here we go. Henry Crabgrass. What is this? Henry Crabgrass? I don't know where this is from, but apparently a big callback. What did I write? As long as you... All right, as you are in contact with greenery. Yeah, true. When doing so, you become hidden as long as you are in contact with greenery. How does that sound? It's an old Critical Role NPC. Ah, right. Because it's old, I didn't know that. The Jamie Revan and I, we are making slow progress through all the Critical Role stuff. Of course, we are up to date with Critical Role Season 4 or Campaign 4. Of course, we're up to date with Shadowlands. Do I want to start the discussion now? Yeah, maybe I want to, but let's wait. I live for semi-obscure references, probably. I would put go with something just for looks, like when you wield both, everything the blades touch is suddenly evaded by sudden growing greenery, like flowers, grass, and plants. That is cool. That is definitely cool. While when you wield both, everything your blades touch. Okay. Jamie Raven, you were asking for another vote. Let's do this. Option 1: should our duo of weapons be Jeff's thing? Basically, you sprout greenery while wielding both. You sprout greenery. This is the one option, and the second option is you teleport through grass and camouflage yourself. Let's put these two up for voting, because I love both. Maybe you can use one of those for effect for crit. That is not bad. It's also a good idea. No, but I want to have just one feature. I don't want to stack features on top of each other. Let me rewrite the other option real quick. Let me rewrite the other option real quick so that people can see this. While wielding both everything, the blades touch will suddenly invaded by invaded by sudden growth of greenery. Everything or anything the blades touch will sprout greenery. Will sprout uncontrollable greenery. Maybe this way, Jeff? Anything the blades touch will sprout uncontrollable greenery. Vote now. Here we go. We have to vote. Do we want sudden growth of greenery, or do we want to have the camouflage effect and teleport? So wait. Let's make it clear. This is option 1 in the vote. This is option 2. What do we want? Please vote now. I think I don't want to go with both. Insert why not both give. Yes, I don't want to go with both because this would stack it too harshly. A meadows. Let's vote. There we go. Camouflage or sudden growth of greenery. Wow, greenery. Infrared range, no. Google, this is correct. This can also be super fun though. Anything the blades touch will sprout uncontrollable greenery. Like it can be like a big wall of flowers that help you in a chase scene, for example, or you do this fairy tale. I forgot what the person's name was who plants some bean sprouts and they Jack and the bean. Was it this? Where Jack climbs up this very gigantic bean sprout. So yeah, I can see that. But wait, camouflage 1. Okay. I'm sorry, Jeff. I have to do this. Okay. The people have voted. It will say this. While wielding both Meadow's Edge and the Cut Cutter, you can mark a stress to disappear in a cloud of leaves and reappear in far range on a patch of grass. When doing so, you become hidden as long as you are in contact with greenery. I think that's fine. Is it fine? I think that's fine. You understand. I could curl up and cry under my desk. Oh no! I'm so sorry, Jeff. You know what? You have to make this effect happen now. Please design something for this and put it up for the Homebrew Challenge for us. And then it's not gone. All right, I think we're done. Stream is nearly over and we definitely designed something cool. I love that. We have an evolving weapon, Meadow's Edge, from tier 1 to tier 4. It gets stronger and stronger until it can cut through anything. That is very fun. And we have the Cut Cutter, a tier 1 secondary weapon that you can eat to clear HP. No, wait, we're not done. Haha. Because the tier 4 version is too weak. Because currently the tier 3 and tier 4 version are the same, but I wanted to add something. You are an ally can eat, because then now you can offer this up to an ally. Is this strong enough for tier 4? You feel like the teleport option would work better for the armor, but that's just me. No, you're totally right. I agree. The armor would be super fitting for that, but I'm not doing the armor today. I'm calling it here. And I like the combination to just have both of these weapons. This tier 4 weapon is too weak. You are an ally, can eat the leafy green. How can I increase this damage? I mean, it's boring to just increase the damage, right? No, wait, it's not. I would have needed to do this anyways. Alright, so this would have needed to be done anyways. This is definitely magical from the get-go. Magic. How can I buff up the tier 4 real quick? I don't want to add another charge per se to make it a D10. D8 plus 6, D8 plus 7. I mean, this one becomes very strong. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Tier 4 Cut Cutter. You can offer this up to an ally. I think that's fine. Okay. And Meadow's Cut. While wielding both Meadow's Edge and the Cut Cutter, you can mark a stress to disappear in a cloud of leaves and reappear in far range on a patch of grass. In a cloud of leaves and reappear in far range. Very far range on a patch of grass. When doing so, you become hidden as long as you're in contact with greenery. When doing so, you become hidden as long as you stay in contact with greenery. Yes, as long as you're then on a patch of grass or whatever, you are hidden, and I mean hidden, you will lose hidden anyways when someone spots you. When doing so, you also become hidden. No, I think I want to do this. Just so that there's no confusion that you only lose hidden when you're not in contact with grass anymore. A patch of grass. Maybe not grass or soil. Very far range. On a patch of. No, grass. I want to have it. I want it to be distinctly different to the Dark Fae thing. When doing so, you also become hidden. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Great. We are done. We are done. The stream is over. I streamed live for 2 hours, 5 minutes, but I mean, yeah, 5 minutes break. So we are done. And I will finish in time for once. This has been so much fun again. So many people came by. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for everyone once again who came to our a Monday homebrew stream. I'm so grateful for everyone who came by and said hi or even participated in it. Very much so. I have been Azu the Bard. Oh, killing it with the stream, Azu. Wish I could have spent more time in the tarot stream last week. Oh, yes. This one was a crazy one. I don't know if you want to watch the VOD of this. It was crazy fun. I can highly recommend watching the VOD. Anyways, thank you so much, everyone who came by. My name is Azu. Thank you also a big ton to my other partner, or my partner, there's no other partner, my partner in crime, the Jamie Raven in chat. Thank you so much once again for being the soul of our chat, the moderator. Thank you upstairs where you're sitting. We are Bart and Raven, and we have a very free Patreon, if you don't know about this, where you can find all of our prior homebrew editions that we've created in all of these Monday homebrew workshop streams. You can find VODs of our creator spotlights that we have created just recently, one with the beautiful Carlos Cisco, which was so much fun. Also, keep a lookout for another creator spotlight this week on Friday. 99%. It is 99% sure that this is happening, but I won't say who it is. Some people know it already, but we will make an announcement once it is exactly like finalized and we know it is happening. But 99% sure, this Friday at 5 p.m. European time, 5 p.m. CEST, which is 11 a.m. EDT in the morning, 10 a.m. Central Daytime for the US. We will have another creator spotlight that you don't want to miss. It is awesome. It is amazing. I can't like believe my luck. It will be so cool. You should be there. And I think that's it. That's it from my side. Follow us on our Patreon. It is for free. You do not have to spend a dime. And then you will not miss anything that is coming out from Bart and Raven. And that's it. Anything else? I don't think so. We are done for the week. To all of you who watched this stream, thank you so much. To Goraline, to Kattenquart, Adventure Lies Ahead, Nick, to the Ettins, to Jaybird, to, of course, the Jamie Raven. Did I forget anyone? Jamie Raven, please let me know if I forget anyone. To everyone who came to the stream today, thank you so much. Have a chapeau. Thank you. Chapeau. Most amazing subclass homebrewer. And Nick. I think I said Nick. Whatever. Nick as well. To everyone who came to the stream, have a beautiful week, you all. See you on the Heart of Daggers Discord. Please let us know if you join this week's homebrew challenge. If you add something, put it up on Reddit or put it up on the Heart of Daggers Discord. I cannot wait to see what you're doing. Damage 1, exactly. We had a new one. Damage. Thank you for coming by. I think we got everyone. If not, the Jamie Raven will let me know. I will say goodbye now. See you next Monday for our next homebrew stream, and look out for more Bart and Raven this week. That's all I can say. Have a good one, you all. See you soon. Bye bye.